Larry Groce here at mountainstage.org is where you can hear the show. And on this show, we are excited because we have some of our best friends and some of our favorite guests. It's obvious, they've been on 10 times now. The Holmes Brothers right here. If you don't know them already, you should know them. Because here's Sherman, there's Wendell, and there's Popsy Dixon in the back. He's not a Holmes brother, but he might as well be. He's been with them for many, many years. These guys started out in Christchurch, Virginia, playing together, and then they played in other bands for a while. And so you got together, the three of you now, for what, 30, 40 years? How long?
44, 5 years.
44, 5 years. So they got their act together. And if you ever wanted any kind of a band for any kind of occasion, these guys, they can play gospel, they can play blues, they can play R&B, they can play rock, they can play whatever you want, country music. They play whatever you want, they can play, and they do it with great style. And they have so many fans over the years. You guys have played with almost everybody, either in concert, in the studio. Joan Osborne has been your producer for the last, what, 3 or 4 records?
Yeah, two records.
Two records now.
Yeah.
And you've done projects with Bob Dylan, with Peter Gabriel, on and on and on, everything. Well, I don't even know what to ask you because I know you so well, except for, let's talk about the new record. Here you go, look at here. It's called Feed My Soul, which is exactly what they do. So tell me about this record and tell me how you got the material, how you chose it, how you wrote it, etc.
Well, you know, Larry, 2 years ago, I was unfortunate enough to have a bout with cancer. And so when I was taking my chemo and my radiation and stuff, I had a lot of time to write. So Feed My Soul is one of the songs that came out of that writing, and there's a few more on there, one called Fair Weather Friend, about a guy that didn't come to see me. He was a very good friend of mine when I was sick. So it's all about writing about that episode mostly.
You feed my soul from deep down within. When I think you've given all, baby, start all over again. You warm my heart like nobody before. You that I adore, baby. Just when I thought I could not love you anymore. Oh, baby, it's all right. Make me feel so good. Love you, baby. Oh, baby.
Well, this has that feel to it. The cuts have that feel like there's something deep here. There's something soulful here. All your records are soulful, but I don't know what it was. When I listened to the whole thing, I was thinking about that and wondering. I had just read, hadn't seen you guys in about 3 years, and I didn't know you had fought cancer, but I read about that in your bio, so I'm not surprised to hear that. And during that time, so I guess you guys didn't go on the road then, right?
They did a little bit.
They did a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's probably difficult. If you're taking chemo, that takes a lot out of a person.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah.
But you're through it, and you're going to be, we'll see you again for the next 10 years if we're still around at that time.
I hope so.
We
I
hope
hope so.
Make it 20.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got something to look forward to. That's why you stick around. You got something good to look forward to. Well, how did Joan get in? How did Joan get involved? You guys do a gig with her or something?
Well, see, what the problem with Joan, not the problem, but the story was that we met her in New York long before she was recording artists and before we were started recording.
Right.
And we used to host a jam session.
Right.
And we became friends through that.
Okay, so she came in and
We've
sang.
been friends a long time.
Yeah.
And done a
Yeah, 'cause
lot
we
of
heard
stuff
her.
together, yeah.
We had her booked on the show once long before she had a hit, but we heard her because she sent us a tape of stuff, and a lot of it was cover songs, one of her own tunes.
right.
But her voice was so good that we booked her, and then the show got snowed out, and we didn't have a chance to get her back until after she'd had a hit song. But I remember that. I knew you guys. What club was that where y'all did the jam session?
Dan Lynch, that was in the 80s.
Yeah.
In the 80s, yeah.
And so, where do you live now?
I live in Baltimore.
And I live down in the Tidewater area.
So you went
Virginia.
back home.
Yeah.
What about you, Popsy? Where you?
Same place.
So you went back
about
down?
a quarter mile where Sherman lived at.
Yeah. Well, you guys grew up in the same neighborhood?
No.
No. Where did you meet?
I met Wendell in 1967. I think I met Sherman in 1970, somewhere around there. I was raised in New York. I was in New York for 62 years.
Oh.
And they came up in 57, Sherman?
Yeah,
That's when they came up.
59 I did.
59.
And so now you've moved on back where they
Got on
grew up.
back home.
Yeah. You went back home where you'd never been before.
He's a brother by another mother. But
Virginia
he was
is a
also
good
born in Virginia too.
Oh, okay, but your folks moved to New York, so you were raised there.
Virginia Beach, I was born.
Oh, okay. So
Virginia
you,
is a good place. You know, West Virginia used to be a part of Virginia.
till we got smart.
I had some stocks, had some bonds. All I had to do was wave a magic wand. I was saving up for a rainy day. Now it's all gone for my 401k. I'm standing at the edge of the ledge, trying to figure out how to keep my family fed. Lost my job, repossessed my bed, standing on my head at the edge of the ledge. Woo!
If you've never seen the Holmes Brothers live, you're going to get a sample on this show, but it's always just like all the shows, just a sample, 4 songs, maybe something like that. You need to go to see them. First of all, what's your website?
You know what? I forget it.
Well, Alligator, www.
Oh, go there. Where can they get your schedule? Where can they get your schedule? On the Alligator website?
Alligator.
Okay,
Has
go there.
itineraries.
Just Google Holmes Brothers schedule, and go to Alligator website. It'll tell you, because they play a lot. They're on the road a good bit, and you really need to see them do their whole evening show at a club or at a concert or whatever. You guys play all kinds of places, from concert halls to blues clubs and whatever, because you can play almost
festivals.
Yep, in the summertime and whenever festivals are going on. You need to hear their whole show. They're such good guys, and the spirit comes through the music so much. And really, whatever they apply it to. And I've heard you sing, from the circle be unbroken to the bluesiest of blues, and do it all very well. Feed My Soul is the name of that new record, and it includes some originals, it includes some cover tunes, as usual. That's the way their mix is, and it was produced by Joan Osborne. And you had, you told me, Glenn from Ola Bell played some keyboards on it, but by and large, it's just these fellas doing their thing with a little bit of help. We're so happy to have them back. We're always happy to have them here. They're always welcome on the mountain stage as long as we're around.
Thank
The
you
Holmes
so
Brothers.
much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
us.